Is there a draw bomb happening?
There's a draw bomb happening. I must have messed up my button on my stream deck because the button that's supposed to start the show did not start the show. Oh my gosh.
Cool. The draw line, you can see the ninja. That's fun.
I'm doing
And
great,
what's happening
man.
in your background? That's weird too.
Oh,
Great
that's
job.
on purpose, actually. The background's on purpose. That's supposed to be a drawing. That's actually a drawing of Ableton.
Okay, I can't tell. It just looks like Ableton from this far away.
It does. It's a drawing of Ableton. I traced Ableton to make that drawing.
Hell yeah.
God, I thought I was ready. I was not, in fact. Folks,
Got it working. You know,
we got things working. Here's the new Magma, by the way. There you go.
It's new. It's a new one.
Well, it's a new canvas. I mean, it's not like a new version of Magma.
The same link, right?
It's a different link, unfortunately.
Different link.
I'm gonna make it so
I
it's
thought we fixed it.
Well, yeah, I can fix it. I would just have to delete the old drawing, and I don't know if we've saved it yet or not.
Fair enough.
So that's the only thing. I'm not on top of my shit, man. Okay.
No, you're all good. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just asking.
I feel very calm at Brandon.
I also use these things, so I just want to make sure they're working.
No, yeah, I got to, oh, fuck, I did that on the wrong screen. Look, man, I'm on top of my shit, okay? Life is good.
Liquid hot magma.
Magma. Gosh. Okay, folks.
Maddie F, thanks for the subscription.
Thank you,
I saw
Maddie
that.
F.
I saw you sneak a little one in while we were trying to get the show
peck
working.
on the cheeks.
That's what it was like.
Little mwah from Maddie F. Gosh. Welcome to DrawBomb, folks. It's the show where, Brandon, how are you today?
Doing great. Doing really good.
That's fantastic.
I'm happy to be here. Better late than never, baby.
Better late than never, you goddamn right. Folks, Brandon, why don't you tell us how you have been this week?
Oh gosh, I've been good. Back from vacation, back to work for a week, and it's fine. I have to do it. They make me do it.
They make you do work.
If you want to have food and house, you have to do it.
That's true.
So I was doing it.
You don't lie.
Ian, how was your week?
Oh man, it's been just an absolute nightmare, Brandon.
Oh
it's
been
a
a weird
true
one.
nightmare. It's been weird. It's been beset
We don't
by
have to go
many
into everything on the
tragedies.
show unless you want to. But,
I mean,
regardless, just
it's definitely gonna bring the show
I didn't realize.
down.
I know when I asked how was your week, I didn't stop to think about what I knew.
Like, it's not like that crazy. It's just it impacts my work, and it also was very sad to hear.
Yeah.
I basically I have a coworker who I worked with. Basically, it was him and I in the bike shop for the last 18 years. And my coworker died randomly. Maybe not so much randomly, but definitely suddenly. We think it was a pulmonary embolism. And he left behind a whole bunch of shit at the bike shop for me to figure out and take care of. And also, it's very sad because I didn't hate the guy. And it's just pretty sad. It's just sad that he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been dealing with that. And so I've been having to basically pick up the pieces at the bike shop from all of that, and like there's so much stuff at the bike shop, and also like people coming in and wanting their shit, and now it's not just me instead of like two people able to do it. So it's just very stressful. It's been very stressful.
I'm sorry to hear about that again.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
I appreciate it.
He taught you. He was kind of like taught you like everything at work, right? Like
Yeah,
you kind of learned under him.
I'm pretty good at bikes now, I would say. Like I can competently solve a lot of things. I was actually really excited to share with him that I had figured out how to solve, like how to fix like something on a bike that like he had not taught me. Like I figured it out on my own, and I was excited to be like, hey Bill, ha ha ha, I don't need you anymore, bitch. And then he died. You know,
this is his last lesson to you, is to leave you with everything, and then you just have to figure it out now.
Yep, now I just gotta figure out how to bleed hydraulic brakes, and deal with component batteries and stuff. Anyways, it's a bummer. It's a bummer in a lot of ways. Not just, you know, work, you know, like I said, I didn't hate the guy. I had figured out my way of handling him and managing our rapport, essentially. So I was able to, like, you know, maybe, like, you know, we were basically like having to sit next to each other for 10 hours a day. I had to figure something out. And so I had, and you know, that's a bummer, man. So that's been my week. Super fun shit to deal with there. My boss cried on my shoulder, so that's cool. That's always you know, that's an experience that'll certainly add a gray hair to my beard.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been, anyways, I don't mean to make the fucking episode a bummer, but you know,
no, I mean, I asked, you know, I had forgotten when I asked, but still,
it's
I don't.
Okay.
You know, I don't think you're making the episode a bummer. It's just, you know.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Shitty things happen.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying
to hear that happened.
I'm just saying, if you look, guys, I'm gonna make a public service announcement now to DrawBomb. If you have like a ton of health problems and you're like fairly old, go to a doctor like fairly regularly. Like, go see a doctor if you feel bad. I'm just gonna say that right now. If you have like a shit ton of health problems that you know about and like you feel bad like pretty consistently, you should go to a doctor. That's the DrawBomb. That's the DrawBomb. More. Don't you have that sound clip? The more you know.
I do, but now it's gonna take me a second to get there.
Oh man.
Well, I'm hunting for that. Yeah, no, I had a cousin pass away earlier this year, and it was a similar kind of thing where it's like a lot of health stuff and it just doesn't go to the doctor. Like, I think one of my other cousins was hanging out with him. Like, I should first stipulate, it doesn't make it less sad, but
no, absolutely.
My mom was born way later than all of her siblings, so my cousins are all like 60.
Oh shit.
Right, because my mom was like my oldest aunt to my mom is like 20 years difference. So she already, so these cousins were born before my mom type thing, you know, like, so they're older. It's still sad.
No,
but
it's absolutely sad.
That is, you know, it goes from being tragic to just like kind of tragic, or you know, the older you get, the less sad it is, right? You get to live more life.
Yeah,
still sad. But I just thought I should mention that aspect.
No, absolutely. It's a bummer. And yeah, so like my coworker, he was 61. So
that's so my cousin, I think, was 60. But he
that's a bummer.
Wouldn't go to the doctor, and one of my other cousins was hanging out with him like a week before, and he like was like visibly not doing the best, and they're like, "Hey man, you should go get that cough checked out or something." And he's like, "Oh, well, what's the doctor gonna do about it?"
Damn, that's
what they do,
familiar.
Man.
That sounds really familiar.
That's the one thing that is what they do, though, right? Like, that's the one thing they do.
That's the thing they
do.
Yeah,
go to the doctor. I know it's not always like.
And here's a follow-up notice.
Most accessible thing, but
if the doctor doesn't get it right the first time, you're gonna have to deal with that. I have strictly avoided the phrase "you're gonna have to live with it," but you might. So the doctor, you might get it wrong the first time, but you know, if that doesn't fix it, go back. It's not like a waste of your time if like he didn't get it.
Yeah, second opinions are a good thing.
Give it another go.
You know, shopping around for better doctors if you don't like your current one.
If the doctor's like, "Hey, try this medicine for your horrible leg condition," and it doesn't work, you know, let him know, and then he might have a second try, like a different medicine that might do it better or worse. Anyways, I don't mean to shit on the legacy of the man. you know.
No, I don't think that's what we're doing. At least, I mean, I don't think that's what I don't take it that way. What you're saying, I think you're just saying, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to be like, I'm fine, and I think a lot of us are often like told like that makes you like stronger or something to be that way, but it's not really true. So.
Be a man. Don't go to the hospital.
yeah.
Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyways.
I don't know. A good thing to reflect on every now and then.
Yeah.
But.
So that's been my life. That's been about 10 hours a day of my life thus far, but also, you know, some, you know, the experience emotionally obviously carries over. I feel much more aware of mortality. And things of that nature. I mean, not to a crazy degree. I'm not like, whoa, dude. But I don't know. It definitely, you know, every time somebody that you spend a lot of time with, I guess, passes, you're gonna just be like, huh, that's that's the thing.
Every time that happens, 100%, and then especially when it's unexpected, it just of course it forces you to be like, oh shit, that could just happen to me or anyone at any time.
Yep. So anyways, getting some F's over here. Anyone else? Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah, mine's getting a little shaky on from what I can see.
Interesting. My stream is like
it's like fully frozen and pixelated right now on my end.
That's super
strange.
I can see. Darn, my OBS is saying like, hey, everything's great. So I do appreciate the heads up, everybody, but damn, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. You know what else is a bummer is this whole fucking episode. God.
Yeah. First off, we started late. That's
with.
I mean, if that doesn't make you sad, what else will? Then the you know, lags. It's lagging. It's all broken and choppy.
Yep.
There's that.
Choppy waters.
And then the real star of the bummer of the show.
Death and mortality.
Life and death, yeah.
The seventh seal. Playing chess with the Grim Reaper. Hello, Gianna. Thank you for being here. And I'm sorry to hear that it's choppy. Damn. I wish I'm gonna try one last thing, guys. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna go crazy, y'all. One last thing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, he just left me. He just left me, guys. I'm alone.
Hello, are we back?
Guys, I'm scared.
Hello?
Oh, is he back?
Hello?
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 I see you again. I hear you again.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi!
I hear you and see you. Do you hear and see me?
I do hear and see you and hear you and
That's
see
great.
you.
I feel seen and heard.
It's much smoother, actually. Holy shit, did it actually work? If that's... Damn, then that's crazy, because I did 2 dumb things with my internet to fix it, and they both worked, apparently. Well, let's not, you know, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's see if it actually fixes things. You know, usually it starts out pretty good, and then it goes right back to shit sometimes, so... We'll play it by ear, but thank you so much for the status update, Gianna. Much appreciated. Once again, glad to have you here in the chat. So yeah, so that's been my life, is all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So...
I'm sorry you've been dealing with all that.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's been rough, and then it's just interesting seeing... So, like, you know... This is, I would say, the first time I'm sort of dealing with a death that's both someone I know, but also associated with the town and the community at large, at least in a larger way than me normally. Like I'm more of an insular person, sort of, in comparison to like I you know, it's a small town, but we're kind of like outsiders because this is sort of like, this is very like sort of back, like just not very, I don't know how to phrase it. It's just like not very spoken about, I guess, but like I guess people who weren't like born in this town like aren't super accepted in like the general town business and stuff. It's a very like incumbent sort of town, I guess, in a lot of ways. There's a lot of like weird shit with the people in this area, but yeah, that's just something that I've apparently heard, sort of, and that's gossip. So like I'm basically like, you know, take that with as much salt as you need. Like, it's gossip. So to make that plate go down.
When I visited, people kept saying, "You ain't from around here," and kept like telling me to leave.
That's
so that
right.
does make sense.
But did they have pitchforks and torches?
They did.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I kept throwing bricks at me with notes on them, which is very upsetting.
Yeah. No, that's par for the course here. But yeah, so there's just a little bit of that going on. So like that's just, you know, in general, when I've dealt with family stuff, it's been family stuff that's we've just dealt with it as a family, and like, even though it's a small town, like they haven't really been involved. But this is the first time I'm sort of dealing with a death that like is somebody I knew and is also somebody from this, and like who is like involved in the like this small town sort of community. And like it's a small town in that, like, it's like a population of 5,000. So however small that is in your perspective, you know, take that with, you know, what that is.
It's probably been,
where'd your drawing go?
Just like it'll be back. I was just moving it to the right layer.
Oh, okay.
I had a coworker pass away maybe like 5 or 6 years ago now, and that was weird in like similar ways. He's a younger guy too, so that always makes it a little bit like shocking. And he was like he's one of those guys that like everywhere you went, somebody knew him. So it's just like it was interesting seeing the city kind of react to that.
Yeah.
In the way that it did. So I don't know. That's just me trying to relate or something. I'm not trying to.
How dare you try and relate? That was pitiful. Try again.
I'm not trying to like. Yeah, same.
Dude, same, bro. I remember my dude died.
Yeah,
like, dude.
that grief. You're talking about your grief over there? Yeah, been there.
Dude, I was sad as shit, dude. I'm like, oh, I died. I was like, no. I held his body, and I was like, no. Wow. Anyways.
What the hell's wrong with us?
Jesus.
Like, you know, you gotta deal with this stuff in one way or another.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just been interesting seeing. What's interesting, I guess, is it's not just interesting for me, but this is gonna be weird to say, but it would have been interesting for this coworker who passed away as well, because he was like he just like hated everybody, man. Like he was just like, he didn't think anybody liked him, and like he didn't like anybody, but like, dude, people liked him all the time. It's weird as shit. Like, I don't know why he had such a negative opinion on himself.
I only met him once, but he seemed nice.
Yeah,
he seemed
pleasant. He can be a little short-tempered, but like
he was goofing about when I was there. He found out I was your friend, and he started like coming at me too, and I liked it. It was nice. He was just, you know, he was giving me a little.
When he wants to, he can be
chops.
when he wanted to, he could be very affable. But he also,
I can see that.
He wanted to, he could just be very, like, he also, if he didn't want to, he would just not try to be accommodating at all, which, you know, in a service setting is not always the best situation. Gianna says, the last thing Bill said to me was such a sweet compliment. I liked when he would get happy and chatty about things like movies / his cat. Yeah, and his cat, you know, now we had to find the cat a home, and that whole, it was a whole situation because the cat's been through a lot, and yeah, it's been a whole thing. But yeah, Bill was Bill, when Bill wanted to, he could be very affable and quite charming, and women seem to love Bill, which is hilarious because Bill is not like a very Bill would not describe himself as attractive. And you know, but Bill, you know, women felt very safe around Bill and seemed to like him quite a bit, and you know, Bill was very respectful to them. But yeah, so it, you know, he didn't think that, I imagine we're putting together like a celebration of life on the 2nd of November, so hey, if you guys want to come out to no, but that's gonna be a whole thing. But that's happening. But I'm assuming there's gonna be more people than Bill would have expected to come.
I think that's probably true a lot of times. I mean, I'm sure sometimes it's not, but a lot of times I think people don't really know the impact they have on people around them. It's almost a shame that people don't get to experience their own funerals, because I feel like they're the person who would benefit the most from it, from anybody.
At the same time, though, like, you really can only get that like true of an experience from the death, so it's like you only get the true funeral. Like it's a catch-22. It truly is.
It is indeed.
The 1-2 is on the side of life, the 1-2 is on the side of death. Anyways, so yeah, it's been fun dealing with death and grief and all that fun shit. That's been a great week. I did see the new Naked Gun movie.
What? The craziest
what a segue.
Transition.
Hey,
the craziest segue there's ever been.
Speaking of segues and death, did you know that the guy who invented the Segway died by falling off of a cliff on a Segway? Anyways, I saw the new Naked Gun movie with my friends. We were sitting together, and it is terrible marketing. I think that's why you don't really see them around anymore. But we were sitting in a room together, and we watched the new Naked Gun movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it accomplished its goal.
Yeah. It felt like they took the classic iconic humor of the Naked Gun and Airplane movies, and they also made it feel fresh and modern, and I liked it, and it was really funny. I loved the montage scene. I'm just gonna get right into spoilers because the movie's been out for a hot minute. We've discussed it on like 2 separate episodes.
With the snowman? Yeah,
with the snowman. That snowman shit was so funny. Gosh. And like it would like
I liked that scene too, but I did feel like that was like a moment where I'm like, what even is this? Like, this almost feel like where have we gone?
Here's the thing. I did think at the start of that whole montage, I was like, what is this scene? Why is this happening all of a sudden? But then the direction it took was so funny, I didn't care anymore. I thought it was so funny when they brought it was very funny.
It's like a romantic montage of them like as a couple.
Absolutely.
And they build a snowman, as they often do in those montages, and then the snowman comes to life. And
because they find a book as like I love the way they played up like a classic like montage, like everything's still cutesy and funny, and like Pamela Anderson, she pulls a book off the shelf that says spells and incantations, and then they're like building a snowman, and then they're like sitting in a circle with green lit candles, and they're summoning the snowman. The snowman comes to life, and then they start to like have sex, but and they like start to involve the snowman, but they ultimately push the snowman out. It just goes all sorts of crazy directions, and it's it just feels like it starts like once the snowman and the incantation shit happens, it starts to really like hit the gas, and it doesn't stop till the scene's over. And it's very funny. But overall, I really enjoyed the movie. That classic just non-stop goofball jokes comedy I thought really worked, and like it's still got legs, you guys. It's still funny when you just throw a bunch of dumb jokes at once, and like you don't really care if it's a brilliant amazing joke. It's just a bunch of dumb stupid jokes that you're just like, wouldn't it be funny if
yeah, they're averaging like 5 jokes like every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that it's good. It works. I think that was what I was worried about, is like, are they gonna do it right? And they did. And it's just rapid fire stupid jokes. And it really felt like they had captured the original energy of the original movies and show.
The spirit really felt there, that they were just like, it didn't feel, at no point did I feel like, I think it probably helps that it's like a 90-minute movie too. Like it's just like, it's quick, it's in, it's out.
Yeah, it doesn't, that's what it should be as well. Like it doesn't need to be this long thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it just
it'll get old if you go too long.
It never felt like it took itself seriously at any point, and that was great. Yeah, I don't know, really enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Highly recommend, especially if you like Airplane, if you like the original Naked Guns.
Yeah.
I just say Airplane because that's kind of got like, I feel like people have more. It's more likely people have seen Airplane than they've seen Naked Gun. Even though this is like obviously a Naked Gun sequel, I do feel that way. Do I have the evidence to back that up? I don't know. Citation my ass. But anyways,
I have no idea which is more popular.
Not so much more popular, but just like kind of what's more culturally in the zeitgeist. I feel like Airplane. Yeah. Like if you ask like, hey, what's a funny parody movie? What's a classic parody movie? Are you gonna hear someone say Airplane, or are you gonna hear someone say Naked Gun more often? I feel like it's gonna skew Airplane.
I do have to say, and I said this I think when we watched it originally, or when I talked about it originally, but biggest complaint, I cannot believe they didn't do the cop car driving around opening sequence
from the original Naked Guns.
All the original Naked Guns start with like a little scene with Frank Drebin, and then all of a sudden it cuts to the music and the cars driving through like all these different places. You see the light on the top of the car, and it's like driving through, like it starts off like normal, it's like chasing cars, and then all of a sudden it's like driving down the sidewalk, and then it's like going through like a school, and then it's like going through a car wash. And
they didn't do that in the beginning.
It's in the end credits.
It's in the end credits, but I do agree that having it,
the original one, they put the original one in the end credits. They should have done a brand new one.
They should have done a brand new
same
one.
Music, same thing.
I
like
agree.
That's so iconic. I'm all about doing new things, and I know I complain about that sometimes.
I think that's
like, whoa, why are you doing all callbacks? But that one's like, that's more like branding than it is a joke callback. Like, have the car drive new places. Don't just use the old one. But you gotta use that sequence.
You can super
I can't believe
duper
they
do
did.
new stuff with that premise too. Like you can, it's fertile ground. So I do agree.
I could not believe that wasn't, like, of everything, that was the thing I was like baffled the most by. I'm like, how did they not do that? I couldn't believe it.
That's fair.
But other than that, no real notes. I thought they did as good as you could do for a Naked Gun reboot that comes out 20 years later, 30 years later.
When there's been a drought, it feels like, of like funny comedy movies, although this year has had some solid ones. I thought Friendship was pretty good, but not as ha funny as this movie was. In what's felt like a long drought of solid comedies, this one felt like a breath of fresh air.
I also think maybe, I mean, I guess, okay, so this was directed by
Akiva Schaffer.
Yorma or Akiva, okay. But regardless, like Lonely Island has kind of been doing this kind of like stupid one-off joke. Like you could argue
Hot
like
Rod was
Hot
definitely
Rod
in this
is kind of Naked Gun energy, right? Like,
yeah, super duper. Hot Rod is
so I guess they
Hot Rod does its pacing a little bit differently. Like Hot Rod's pacing and like kind of like tone is a little bit not fully Naked Gun. Obviously it's gonna do its own thing, but there's a lot of that goofy, like a lot of the jokes in Airplane and Naked Gun kind of feel like, hey, wouldn't it be funny ifs?
Yeah.
And Hot Rod has a lot of that energy in there as well. So yeah, there's
it also almost has that feeling of like you're watching like a sketch show that has a plot.
Yeah.
That ties all the sketches together.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of, I think. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite kind. I don't want to pigeonhole myself, but one of my favorite kinds of comedy movies is a movie where the entire structure and everything is serious. We're taking this movie seriously, and then within that, we have a comedy movie happening, and it, like, you know, like all of the plot point, like it's almost like everyone's taken this movie very seriously, except for like you've like poked a couple of the characters in this very serious world, and they're the comedy characters, and then that's the formula.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that as well.
And even like the filming and like the tone, like the editor, the person who edited the movie and the person who filmed the movie, they didn't get poked with the silly poke. They just got they're serious.
I think what's his name? Family Guy.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. I think he was like a.
He was a producer,
well.
an executive producer, I believe. So he gave it money.
So I you know, yeah, I never know exactly like how much a producer's involved. Most of the time, it's just financially. But he's been doing that same kind of like Naked Gun-esque, like
True.
Family Guy's kind of that like rapid fire stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thing as well.
So was Million Ways to Die in the West.
Okay.
Which I have not seen yet, but Bill was always hounding me to watch it. But I have not seen it. But yeah. Anyways, so
you know, seems like the right people were on the job. But,
yeah.
They did a good job.
They delivered, man.
I think that style of movie kind of died with the like. We probably went over all this last time I talked about it, but when like Meet the Spartans and all the like.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
There was like this era.
I still wholeheartedly agree.
For like
ruined parody
2 or 3
movies.
years. It was after.
I felt like 5 years.
Like these movies would come out every so often, but then Scary Movie happened, and it was so successful that it created this like influx of these weird kind of like pop culture parody movies that just they were like they made like 2 of them a year, 3 of them a year for like
Meet
5
the
years.
Well, they started off as like what is it, romantic comedy movie, or like what
date
was it?
Movie or
Date
something.
Movie, that's what it was called. Date Movie. Then it was like superhero movie, and then it was Meet the Spartans, and then it was Disaster Movie or Epic Movie. I think was a couple. I don't know. These were awful movies, man.
Yeah. I think Scary Movie did good, and then they did like Not Another Teen Movie, which I think did pretty well.
Not Another Teen Movie is fucking hilarious though. Like
that's what I'm saying. And then they were like, "Oh, let's do this. Let's make more of these." And
yeah, we
somebody
found the formula.
who didn't have the skill, but you know, saw that as a like opportunity, started making these things. And
the
they were
Seltzer
awful.
and Friedberg duo. And you know what? They started off before doing those movies. You would think like because they were always like from some of the writers of Scary Movie. You'd think like they started off on Scary Movie. They actually did a Naked Gun-esque parody movie starring Leslie Nielsen called Spy Hard. Where
I know Spy Hard.
Yeah, they wrote.
I'm familiar.
Spy Hard.
Okay.
So what's your opinion on Spy Hard as a movie?
As a kid, I thought it was pretty funny. I think I saw it older, when I was older, and I thought it kind of sucked. But it has some funny bits. But I'm sure in those style of movies where you're just like rapid fire shooting jokes out,
you know, it's kind of easier.
There's always going to be some hits.
Yeah.
Not all misses. But I don't know. I don't really remember it enough to give a real review of it.
But so
Leslie Nielsen's a talent, so he
brings it.
He can make something like that work when it otherwise might not.
So yeah, they were involved with. They wrote Spy Hard. I think like as kids even. Like I think they like I don't know. I think they had like connections and like they were young and they wrote Spy Hard. And then it got made into a movie or some shit like that. And Weird Al, who appears in like brief cameos in this new Naked Gun movie,
sings the intro.
He sings the intro of Spy Hard, and it's one of his music videos on his music video DVD, which was one of the first DVDs I ever owned. Well, my family owned. Was a collection of Weird Al music videos along with Spaceballs. Good choices. Good choices.
It's like a James Bond intro song, and there's like silhouettes of like women swimming around and like and then his head explodes at the end.
His head explodes. One of the women swimming around is overweight. So you can get some funny ha-has out of that. I think one of them's wearing a snorkel mask, so it's like, you know, it's
1.2 women swimming, bump heads.
Yes.
Remember that part?
Yes. So, you know, classic James Bond intro, but, you know, there's some funny, like, little twists on it that, like, make it a little slapstick, a little goofball comedy. Which is, you know what? It fucking works, man. It's funny. It's funny when that happens. When you take a thing that you used, like, that's why Tim Robinson sketches work, is because how a lot of Tim Robinson sketches start is they start off with a very serious like scene that you would see in a movie, and the Key and Peele works this way too. You start off with a very serious and like, you know, believable scene from life or a movie, and then at one point the shoe drops, you know, and then you're like, oh, you done a goofy thing now. Now you've been goofy. This is goofy now. And that's how it works.
That works.
That's how it works, guys.
There you have it. Yeah, Spy Hard's a weird thing because it's like it's a James Bond parody, but they have Leslie Nielsen doing it. But it's like it's kind of just Naked Gun, right? Like, I mean, maybe
it's just
the stakes
Naked
are higher,
Gun,
like,
but they've made it like a spy movie.
People in Naked Gun are already trying to end the world all the time, and he's got like spy gadgets and Naked Gun, so you're just kind of making like a less good Naked Gun.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't remember if it's worth watching at all.
Maybe we'll have to do that for the That's a Shame podcast. We'll have to like watch it.
We just watch
anything.
Like it's been kind of a stretch of like some of the things we said we got to watch for that podcast. This one, I don't know.
This is completely unrelated.
It's us.
And then
I don't know what other section there is. Yeah.
But yeah. So, anyways, new Naked Gun. I liked it. I enjoyed. I really liked the fight scene at the end. When Liam Neeson just punches the bad guy once in the stomach, and the bad guy goes, "Ow, my fucking tummy! Oh God! Oh, that really hurts! Oh, my tummy! Oh, it still hurts!" And then Liam Neeson's like, "Are you gonna fight some more?" He's like, "No, my tummy hurts." I was like, that's great. I've always wanted a fight scene.
That does seem right up your alley.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's funny too, but that's feels like a joke you'd write.
I've always wanted that to happen in a fight scene where like the big like bad guy who's just like a businessman, he like fights the main bad guy, and then he gets hit once and he completely like pusses out because getting hit hurts a lot. And,
yeah, it is understated how often in movies people are just like getting wailed on and like headbutting each other and then just continuing on
and like completely cognizant, like just like they could pass a fucking eye exam, you know. Like,
yeah, it's almost as crazy as like when somebody gets shot and they're just like,
oh yeah,
shake it off and continue on, and you forget they've been shot.
Right.
10 minutes later for the rest of the movie.
They get shot in the shoulder and they're like, oh, thank God, it wasn't anywhere serious. And it's like, no, dog, you're not gonna be able to use that arm anymore.
It's all a little bit serious, right? Like, even if they didn't hit an organ, like, all of it hurts.
Like, your shoulder is connected to your whole ass arm, so you're not gonna be able, like, now that you've been shot in the shoulder, you're not gonna be able to lift that arm as much anymore, like, and lift things as heavy. Like, you.
And do you have a bullet in you? Because now that's gonna get infected, and like, what? I don't know. It's the thing. We just let it go. Goofy, just told him not to think about it.
Yeah. It's funny though, because like, we're so serious, like, not, you know, just us specifically right now, about, you know, oh dude, if you get shot, and movies are so goofy about how movies do this, but then you watch movies from like the 50s and it's like, I don't know, people will get hit with anvils and they'll be fine, and it's, or I don't know, why are our standards so exacting in our media to portray death and violence? Like, why have we been like, why is this isn't like a condemnation of us or anything, it's just more of a philosophical thing that I've thought about. But like, why are we specifically so why are we so critical in a way where it's like we demand this realism out of our fiction, that like people who like fucking like fought in World War II, they would come home and they'd be like, ah yes, the Lone Ranger, oh they shoot and smoke comes out of each other, and like, oh, this is violent, you know? Like, why are we so exacting of our violence in media?
I think my answer to this is it's just fun to like discuss, like, oh, that would never be possible, but I think we still enjoy the movies that are
absolutely
fake.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm not saying, hey, you shouldn't do that, dang it, another movie that's fake,
fair.
Dang it.
That's a fair point.
I'm not saying that, I'm just saying it's kind of fun to be like, oh man, that would have wrecked you.
Like, I love watching Jackie Chan kung fu movies and movies that don't involve Jackie Chan that are kung fu related, and like, you know, watching a guy face like 20 kicks to the head and like still fight is extremely thrilling, even if it's not realistic, and I don't care. But I do like to then be like, man, if I got kicked in the head like twice, I'd be done.
Yeah, I mean, the best movies have you putting yourself in the character's shoes, right? Like, that's how they get you on the hook for feeling anything. So with that, you're like, oh man, that would hurt so much. Like, you got to think about that sometimes.
So I know your answer is yes, but I'm going to ask you anyways, because I feel like we've talked about this before, but
no.
When a character, like, say in a movie, goes underwater, do you hold your breath? Yes. I knew it. I do. Yeah, you hold your breath to see if
it's not to disprove the movie, it's to know that if I'm as much of a tough guy as
if I was in that
Tom
situation, would I make it through?
Yeah. At what point would the movie end? If I were the main guy, at what point in this sequence would it end with me, with the main character being like,
that's kind of a lot of video games that are very cinematic have me feeling that way too, where I, like, when I die in the game, I feel like I failed. Like, I'm like, the movie's over. Like, sure, I get to just retry.
That's the impossible thing to fix about video games that takes me out is, you know, I die and then I'm like, oh, well, that would have been the end.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to save all these people and my family and get revenge on all these characters, and
clearly this
I'm early
scenario
in the game, and
is impossible.
I just got killed by like an NPC ass nobody.
Yeah.
I lit down everybody in this universe.
It
takes me out.
What impossible odds to survive? Like, the bad guys won.
Yeah.
if this scenario plays out like with how I just fared against, and I had buttons and a controller, I wasn't even actually like kicking people. We lose. The bad guy wins.
But yeah, it's true. I mean, I play a lot of video games, and I feel that in most story-driven games when I die. With like, you know, a game where they're very like big on building your story and your character and your motivations. I die in like some stupid way, and I always think about that. It takes me out. I'm like, well, that would be such a lame ending to this tale.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. How do you can't balance that? Like, you can't provide a challenge.
No. Because if you make it a way where you could never lose, then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, it's the challenge. It's like fudging your roles in D&D, you know, as a DM. Like like there's no true game. It's just a predetermined outcome, actually. So you have to actually put the threat there. But then if the person fails the challenge, then it ruins the you know, what do you do?
What do you do? I think what they do now is probably your best option. It's just it does kill my immersion here and there.
Yep. I do like Sifu's idea of how like you get a little older, and it's like in game a year passes, and then you continue doing, like, you try the level again, but like your character is aged a year because you failed, and you
lose if you get too old.
I don't know. I haven't ever played the game, so but I really want to, man. I really want to. There's a game called Rogue Legacy, which is a roguelike or roguelite game where oh yeah, so you know what I'm gonna say, but like at the end of every run, when you die, you start the next run with your next your like next child, essentially. So wow, thank you Gianna Luna for the subscription with Prime.
Wow, thank you for the subscription.
Make Amazon give some of their money back to us. That's right.
That's right. It's free money. Take it right out of Jeff Bezos' pocket.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't go to space on that.
I haven't fully finished, but I'm setting up the new alerts, and I did implement that song I sent you as it will play when the subs happen.
Fantastic.
It's gonna be good.
I wish
do you have it in a place where you can play it for the viewers, or not really right now? I don't know what your setup's like. I could rig it up.
I don't know what my setup's like right now. You could, if you can rig it up, could you? Because that'd be great.
Great job.
I'll rig it up.
All right, because I actually just realized I still gotta set up this Stream Deck to actually function right. Am I right, folks? Yeesh. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. Anyways, I canceled my Prime, so I'm not sure why they gave me the option to use it, but I'll take it. Hell yeah. Extra free money from the void. That's what I'm talking about.
We found a infinite money glitch.
That's right. Oh, my Stream Deck's acting all kinds of weird. All
right, guys. This will be the new thing that plays when you subscribe, along with the TTS that we always allow, and I've just been tweaking some of the animations and stuff, and I'm going through a different alert thing, but this will be it.
It's beautiful. It's glorious.
It is beautiful.
The first time I heard that, I fucking laughed so hard.
This feels right, you know?
Feels right. Feels right. Man, I love that people have done such creative things with.
Wow.
Because we've done such creative things with.
Wow.
We were certainly not original in our use of it, but I did get my soundboard.
We're only allowed to like things if we're the first person to like them.
Yeah. I have two yeet buttons. I don't know why. I just noticed I have two yeet.
They both do the same yeet.
I was like, is one like a different sound? But I forgot to change the icon. No, they're both yeet. I just fucked up like that.
on this channel, we kneel for the Owen Wilson wow.
That's right.
This is
we bow
traditional
for
values
wow. Also, I was editing a bomb draw. Do you still have your fake radio stings? Oh, I don't have mine hooked up to my soundboard, but I have my file sitting around somewhere. But funny,
I still have the audio somewhere.
I definitely have the audio somewhere. Funny you should mention that, Matty F, because that appears in the bomb draw I'm editing as well. But Lotus Clock was asking if I had the sound of a pipe falling and hitting the ground. And at the time I did not. But notice how I said at the time, because folks.
He's got it. He's got it.
There you go. Lotus Clock spoke to me like a dog of wisdom.
Are these new additions, or are you just going?
I'm just going through. I finally set my soundboard up again after my computer took a poopy because of a fucking Windows update. I got my soundboard set up again.
It's my greatest fear. If my thing broke, I would just be like, "Oh God, I have to start over. Start over with everything."
Why does Discord send me to YouTube now? What the fuck, says Zone Dog. Probably because I'm trying to use Restream on OBS now to see if streaming it to YouTube and Twitch at the same time is going to help with reach at all. And by reach, I mean Halo reach. Like, I'm trying to get a squad together to fight the
oh, dude, you want to start
flood,
a match?
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Dude, sick, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
I've been in matchmaking for weeks. There's no one here.
No one plays it anymore, man. Damn. Squads, his own dog. Anyways. New naked gun, man. I like. Nah. I
haven't consumed any media.
You haven't
in this past week. I guess I've been playing the new Ghost. I guess it's not Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Yotai,
but it's Ghost of Yotai. I've been playing that. It's really good. I like it. It's very much like just the first one, but bigger and better, I guess. And I would say.
Alrighty. Now these are PlayStation exclusives, right?
I think they're on PC, or at least Ghost of Tsushima came to PC.
Oh my gosh!
This one might not. The new one may not be there yet. But
oh my fucking god! Why haven't I've been wanting to play that game for so long, but I haven't. I don't have the money to invest in a console hardware.
Right. Sure.
You shitting me?
The new one's fun. The original plot, without going fully into it, is like, the Mongols invade the island that you're on, and you are fighting against them, trying to push back, and then you're conflicted because like you're samurai, but you're also like doing stealthy shit, so it's like without honor. So that's the main game, and it's cool. I like that story in that game a lot. It was very fun. But the new one, I like the plot a little bit better. It's a little bit smaller, but like in a good way, where you're like, it's a classic kind of, your whole family was killed by this group of like bad guys, and now you've made it they thought they killed you too, and not when you were a kid, and now you're an adult, and you're like going and you have to take out these six bad guys that killed your whole family. And you're just like you're just like traveling around with like their names written on, like you're wearing this like strip of paper, like, and it has all their names, and you're just going around and you're like a legend at this point. Like people think you're like a demon or something, and you're just going and taking out these guys. It's cool. It's fun. I like that kind of smaller like revenge story. It's pretty.
That is cool.
Pretty cool.
Gianna says in Ghost of Yotai, she's a big fan of Erika Ishii, who plays the main character, which I've seen Erika on. She features very much so in a lot of Dropout improv stuff.
Cool.
It's interesting that there's a lot of like Dropout folks who are making like big moves actually. So like, Dropout did D&D in Madison Square Garden last year, I believe, which is a huge venue and they like pretty much sold out, I'm pretty sure. So that's a huge deal.
Cool.
Their one dungeon master, Brennan Lee Mulligan, he has just been making a lot of rounds lately, but he's also going to be the new DM, or he is currently the new DM in the new Critical Role campaign, which is a huge, like, that's the biggest D&D sort of platform, I would say.
Cool.
The one guy who was on a lot of their Game Changer episodes, he's the new cast member of SNL.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of them are making like huge moves recently. So it's just interesting to see.
For them.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
This year in January will have been a year ago. So yeah, they were in January. They were doing the Madison Square Garden show.
That's awesome.
Oh, and
yeah, I know a lot of people that love it.
So go ahead.
What?
You started to say something and I cut you off.
Oh, must have been a latency thing. I just said I know a lot of people who love it.
Yeah.
Show.
And actually, fun fact, folks, Gianna and her co-host happened to book someone who is also on a lot of Dropout content on their podcast for.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's very cool. If he in Wadaway, I believe is how you say his last name. But yeah, he's gonna be on an episode of Shoujo Sunday, so that's very fucking exciting
news.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Maddie F says that Erika Ishii is so funny and cool. Maddie F, are you a Dropout watcher? Just out of curiosity, just because you seem to know who folks are. I'm gonna have a heart attack, says Gianna. I know, right? Like, it's crazy. But that's a secret? Oh, fuck. Should I? Oh. Well, nobody watches us, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be a deal breaker, ladies. If you want, when I re-upload this, I'll cut it out. It's okay. I'll cut it out.
I think she wrote it in the chat.
That's true. She did. I've seen a lot of clips, says Maddie F. Once I get a little more money, I'm gonna subscribe. Oh, I feel ya. I trust you guys, so it's fine. Oh, okay. Okay, she's cool with it. Okay, I didn't want to like breach, like, not necessarily.
I won't tell nobody.
If you fucking let this out, that he's gonna be.
Unless they ask, then I will tell them right away.
You're gonna be sleeping with the fucking fishes. I'm very excited for that, though. It's gonna be dope as hell when he comes on. They actually just had Matthew Lawrence on their podcast recently. I listened to that. Very cool. Matthew Lawrence, he was in Kiki's Delivery Service, and he was the little boy in Mrs. Doubtfire. And they interviewed him. They have a 30-minute interview with him up on their YouTube as well. It's a good listen.
Cool.
I gave it a listen. It was a nice interview. Maddie F says, Gianna, pro tip, if you're nervous, just ask them, what's your deal? And then just wait.
Yeah,
that's solid advice.
Good interviewing tip.
That is solid advice right there. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, Matthew was super cool and sweet. Man, we got a Maddie F and a Matthew Law. I didn't know how to link those two up. They're just both named Matt. Now I'm gonna have some
starstruck over there.
That's right. So that's fantastic news.
Maddie F, that's only 2 degrees of separation from you from Boy Meets World.
That's true.
Congratulations. You're so close.
That's right. Jack Hunter from Boy Meets World. Yeah. Yeah, she got a chance to talk to him. He's very lovely from what I hear, and he seemed very sweet from the interview. He raises turtles, or he like rescues turtles because out in California turtles get like left by people, and so he like makes sure that they survive and like get good homes that are going to take good proper care of them and stuff. So he seems like a sweet guy.
He's a turtle man.
I don't mean like, look, I'm not going to give much more the details away because I don't, you know, go watch the interview. God,
Ian, would you stop ruining everything?
I know.
You're saying too much.
Much like Adams ruins everything on Dropout. See, if you guys hired us, we could.
It's gone full circle.
That's right. That's called a callback. Anyways. I played a game called The Farmer Was Replaced. That's the thing I did.
Yeah, you did play it.
I played a little bit. I didn't play a lot. I actually have been... So I played some, kind of felt like I hit a wall, left it alone, and then have been thinking about it non-stop since I haven't touched it, and like thinking about like, okay, so here's how I'm going to optimize this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write this function. It's a farm game where you have to... It's like an idle clicker, but it's a farm. And you have to code this drone to harvest your farm, and you code it in Python, and that's what you do. And you sort
the
of
game teach you Python. Or
it does teach you Python. It teaches you Python as you go. It's meant to sort of
just like have to. I don't know if there's prerequisites to play.
No, like I definitely have like speed ran the first few stages just because of my knowledge of Python, but if you have never used Python before, it's supposed to teach you how to sort of start and learn Python and stuff like that. And I believe it just recently hit its 1.0 release. I do feel like starting out it needs a few more more variables to have to deal with to like I think make the lessons completely sync. Maybe that's just me, I'm not sure. But like that's also on lessons that I already kind of knew the answers to, so I don't know if they're proper helpful for somebody who is actually starting out. But overall I'm enjoying it. I've been, I'm not great at code, so I've been struggling a little bit, but I'm excited to sort of I'm excited to make some things work that I've been working on in my head, like sort of been thinking about. And yeah, that's that.
Cool.
So
yeah, I've been curious about that. I might give it a little
give it a whirl.
check since I can.
And if you have questions, like feel free to ask me. Like I'm happy to walk you through it. Like I will say, one thing that this game does that I don't think was ever explained in a proper way in like other tutorials I've used is like sort of syntax and why some syntax is used. Like after every function in Python, for instance, you use like some parentheses, and I was always like, why? Is that just like the thing? But they actually explain why in the game, and like knowing that just helps my brain merge that connection and make that memory a bit more and that's helpful for me in the learning process. So that's been cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So I played that. I've been playing a lot of Dyson Sphere Program. I fucking love that game.
I tried a little bit of Arc Raiders over the last few days because it was like a free little weekend. It's over now.
About that.
So it's a extraction shooter game, which typically I avoid because it's just a bad time for me. My feelings get hurt and I get mad. But it's of all the ones I've played, this one feels the most accessible to me, which that's not like a ringing endorsement for people who like these types of games necessarily, because I'm terrible at these types of games. But for a person like me, it's fun. I feel like I can actually play it without just feeling pain and suffering.
No, sorry, go ahead.
There's a lot of PvE stuff, which is good, so that like, that's something that maybe I feel like a little bit more equipped to handle. There's also, it seems like they reward you for playing at a rate that can counteract you failing often, as I do.
Okay.
You know, like they're giving you things just for playing in a way that doesn't feel like that cheating or that makes it pointless. Like obviously the stuff you're getting is not as valuable as what you get if you actually successfully extracted, but it at least like helps you pick the pieces back up and get back out there. You know?
Okay.
Like you're able to make a new gun and a new shield and get, you know, you don't feel like, oh god, all my stuff's gone because I died over and over. You don't
start from square 0. You get to start from square 2 or 3.
Right.
I watched, like, while I was waiting for this show to successfully start, I did happen to watch a video from Inside Games Daily, which is like old Funhouse crew made a video game news YouTube channel. But they were talking about arc raiders, and they were saying that like in a lot of extraction shooters you run into other squads, and then it's like pew 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 pew, who can shoot the other first, and the winner makes it out of that situation alive. But in arc raiders they felt like people were maybe there was a chance of cooperation more often. Yeah,
I did run into that, and I was almost surprised. I didn't play a lot, but I ran into that like probably 3 times, and
that's
the first time
exciting to me.
I almost feel bad because I immediately started pew-pew-pewing them because I just was so used to that. Like it's like the moment you see a person, you better start firing on them or you will die, is how these games typically go.
Yeah.
But after I was firing them, they were like, bro, chill. And I'm like, oh god, now I feel bad.
Did you kill them?
And then I had other no, I stopped after that. But,
okay. So the situation did work out amicably after that?
Sure, I felt bad that I came in so hot because I'm not one who always wants to kill every player they see.
You can't be blamed, man. Like, even if you're on in the fucking Grand Theft Auto online servers where it's supposed to be a city where people are walking around chilling, you'll get like a guy riding around on a rocket, like a hover bike, firing rocket launchers at you.
It's true.
People online are murderers, so you know, for an extraction shooter, which typically extraction shooters encourage, you know, murder and loot the people you just murdered. So to hear that there's like cooperation is more my alley, anyways. I'm more of a guy who would be like a pacifist.
Had a moment where so once you get downed, a timer starts, and when the timer ends, you lose. But while you're downed, you can still crawl around and stuff, and if you're near the extraction thing, you can still get on it and you can still escape if you have enough time. And I managed to crawl onto the thing that like extracts you, and there was a guy in there who was real, and I'm like, that's gonna be it. He's gonna kill me, and he just kind of like, hey,
let you be?
And then he let me live and let me escape, and I was impressed by that too.
Hell yeah. So that's cool. I mean, that seems like they're trying to. I mean, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but like, I love that. It seems like there's a more positive community.
I don't know how
fostered in that.
That's what I want, but I don't know how you cultivate that. I mean, it seems to be happening. I don't know what they're doing to make that happen.
I hope they encourage that more, and like that trend continues, because that would make me interested in the game.
Leviathan Den says goodnight. Thanks for hanging, Leviathan Den. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Leviathan Den.
Thanks for chilling. Have a good night.
Always glad to have you here, CEO of DrawBomb.
Gosh, if you could, there's no way to like make that be a consistent thing. Like, there's no way to ensure that happens.
You can incentivize gameplay, I think, to encourage.
Yeah, maybe that's it. If you could thread the needle and incentivize working together, like I would love that. Would make those games so much more fun if to like. They're always trying to capture that feeling of like, oh, you never know, like, are these people gonna help you or hurt you? Like, ooh,
yeah,
like, but there's no way to. And when that actually is the case, it creates some really fun kind of gameplay. I mean, Sea of Thieves has hit that pretty well. Where a lot of times
we have had
people
some
are friendly
experiences in Sea of Thieves, haven't we?
Yeah,
I would love to get back into that game.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I like it when it goes that way.
Yeah. So yeah, if
I'm okay when people also want to murder you, but I like when there's a little bit of both.
Variation is or variety of this is the spice of life, you know. So, but you know, having more opportunities for it to not be murder all the time, definitely, you know, that's more my speed anyways. I prefer PvE over PvP, and it's not because I'm like,
Me too.
And honestly, it's not because I'm like a pacifist or anything. It's just because.
Oh, your audio cut out right after you said pacifist.
LA. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, it still does that thing. OBS. I still gotta fix that OBS issue. Oh, thank you for the bits, Leviathan Den.
Oh my God,
gosh,
1,000 bits.
That's like $10
from the man himself.
That's like $10 right there. Why would you give us $10? That's a waste of money. The CEO of DrawBomb, once again, giving us
not a waste.
A supply drop.
You're a good one. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. But yeah, what was the last words you heard me say?
So it's not because I'm a pacifist. It's because
I'm gonna get wrecked. Is because
yeah, same.
If it like I'm
always outgunned every time.
Yeah, I suck at fucking PvP compared to the sweaty 13-year-olds who are playing when they get home from school. Okay.
The amount of times that I get the drop on somebody and I'm like, I start firing on them before they even know I'm there, and then they turn around and still manage to kill me is embarrassingly high. It happens to me a lot. I'm terrible, and I'll be the first to admit it.
I'm gonna make a new matchmaking system for video games. And it's where you have to put in what your occupation is and your relationship status.
The more hours you play, you get shifted into different tiers.
Like if you're a lawyer, like you get the lawyer tier and you play against other lawyers who are married.
Also, place me based on my kill death ratio, not on wins or any other weird thing. Place it on how... Look right at how bad I am. Look right at the source of it, and then place me accordingly.
Yeah.
Matty F says we need to stream Fortnite or Rocket League, boys. I would love to do either. That would be so fun.
Those sound fun. How are you feeling about this drawing, Brandon?
You got to color that one last window pane. Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah, I saw it right as I zoomed out.
It's done. It's done now.
It's a crocodile done deal.
This might be a good time to wrap up the show. We started a half hour late, and I don't know. I'm not trying to end early. I just don't. Do you think we can do it in 15 minutes?
I don't know.
Right, and that's if we don't take a break. That's the only thing. I just don't want to make Matt wait, and I don't know. That's the only reason I'm not trying to get out of doing more DrawBomb. I love it here.
I love doing DrawBomb. I'm watching the Lions game if you want to do something, says Matty F. So how far is the game along? 10 minutes left. Well, no, that's before the show ends. That actually tells us to hurry up faster.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna load up the bomb draw.
Let me save this real fast.
We're gonna you can't color it. Okay, you have to do
Okay, and we also don't have time for a break.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a quick doodle.
That's okay. I'm with it. That sounds like the way to do it.
Loading, slating. Oh, I watched another episode of Wednesday. We're now at episode 5 in the series.
Okay.
I think they may have wrapped up one of their 20 storylines.
Okay.
We'll see. I still like it.
Cool. That's good. No part of what I watched was I like, this is terrible. I just was kind of like, I just came off the heels of, we literally finished season 1 and started season 2. That's how quickly, how recently we watched it. And I was just like, oh, this isn't quite the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't got me quite the same as the first season did. Is all I felt.
Yeah, there is a little bit of difference. I mean, they made it 2 years after. The delay was so long. Why would you do that? So, you know, they took a while to do the new season though, and they did that. That was their choice. So things are a little different. All right, ready to do some bomb draw?
Yeah.
All right, you'll go first. I'm making that decision right now. Wow, 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 wow.
You can spin it.
The unwritten story of the ametrine etched Bigfoots.
Spin it again.
Alrighty. Well, let me get the sound proper.
Wow.
A wide variety of throwing stars.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good one. All right.
Let me get. All right. Cool.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna spin that wheel.
Wow.
An example of aromatic moonlight.
Wow.
I'm gonna spin it again.
It's rare that you respin. I'm excited to see. Let's go.
Spin that wheel.
Wow.
A monstrous red 13. Now, I believe red 13 is like this wolf character from Final Fantasy VII.
It is.
So I'm gonna spin again, I think.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna spin that wheel.
Wow.
Also, Gianna says, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. And also she's surprised I skipped the aromatic moonlight. I skipped it. That's right.
This is awesome.
I'm gonna do this.
Is a letter opener.
Is a letter. I mean, I can't.
I wonder what you'll draw.
Yeah.
Is a letter opener.
Is a letter opener. All right.
All right.
A real quick, a quick and dirty bomb draw. Let me
Got him. All right.
Nice.
Have your layers hidden.
We got yours hidden as well. Well, man, what an action-packed draw bomb this has been. We talked about it all, truly.
Yeah. From life to death and everything in between.
That's right. Included, wait, what's in between life and death? Half death? Half life?
All the things we talked about are in between life and death.
Great job.
Thank you. Like
Thank you.
you know, watching an episode of Wednesday and other things. That's what happens in between life and death.
Yeah.
Maybe in between the start of life and death. You watch an episode of Wednesday.
Isn't Life and Death, isn't that a Woody Allen movie? So maybe in between you watch you watch Life and Death by Woody Allen, and then you do something in the middle of like you pause the movie. That's in the middle of Life and Death.
Pause the movie and then you go Google Woody Allen and then you just kind of
and then you're like, oh my
restart
god,
the movie.
what a monster. He's truly a despicable creature, everybody. Gross. Great movies, though, but gross.
Yeah. Terrible guy. Good movies.
Great movies. I mean, that's the hard part about. It's like it's like a monster who made an amazing, beautiful piece of music or something like that. It's like, God. The duality.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Thank God Hitler's paintings were shit.
Yeah, man. I don't want to have to look those up and be like, you gotta hand it to the guy. His use of color.
Although there are some historians that suspect that if he had been a more successful artist, he may have chosen other pursuits in life.
Well, gosh, that would have been... I will say...
A much better route.
He definitely didn't have the vibe of a... I feel like he wouldn't have fit into art school. Just...
He would not take a critique well. I can tell you that right now.
No.
We've seen those guys.
Yes.
In art school. I'm not saying Hitler level, but we see people that don't take critiques well.
We've seen people who don't take... We haven't seen Hitler in art school. We've seen people who don't take critiques well.
Arguably, if you were to ask me, the greatest strength, or the most the most valuable asset at art school is peer review.
Yes.
And there are people in art school who did not get that and get mad when you tried to explain why something they didn't work.
Yeah. I remember.
And it's like, why are you here, man?
I'll always.
Are you just paying all this money to have strangers tell you drew a good picture?
Did you just pay blank thousand amount of dollars for dick sucking school? Like, what the hell happened? Like, why are you so mad about this?
This is the one time you'll have people actually invested in your piece, and trying to break down what makes it work and what makes it not work, and you're not listening. Listen, it's very useful.
It's so valuable. I remember the one time in this, it was the first year in college, we had an illustration class, and the first assignment was draw a logo for your quote unquote brand as an illustrator. You didn't have to think about it seriously. It wasn't going to be a decision that you had to follow up with or anything. It was just to get get the creativity flowing and get you thinking about it, because it was kind of important, but it wasn't do it now. It was more of you're gonna have to think about it eventually, so here's just a fun chance to play around with it. And so this one girl, she put her piece up, and it was really good, beautiful use of watercolors. It was a very cool and creative drawing of a panda bear, and we were like, wow, this is sick. And in the critique, everyone was just like, man, this is awesome, this is my favorite piece of everyone's here. And then the teacher was like, yeah, so this is great, obviously this is really, you got a lot of talent, this is really good. The only thing is, and this is a quick fix, but you just have to put the name of your brand somewhere. You have to put typography in of your brand somewhere in the drawing. So just put some words in somewhere, and you'll be good to go. And then I thought her critique went really well. Everyone said they loved it, and it was basically just add some words. And then we had to go on break for class. And in the hallway, she was on the phone crying about how rough the critique was, and I was like, what? Huh? What? Huh?
That's sad, because it's you started the story by saying this is a talented artist who clearly needs to get out of their own way. Because if that's your mindset, you can never take any kind of that wasn't even rejection.
No, it was perfectly lovely.
If that bums you out, then a real rejection is going to ruin you.
Oh my God, yeah. And it's that's the life of the artist, is you gotta deal with people some people just being not even helpful in their critiques. Some people just being straight up mean, because I don't know, man, but some people are just going to be mean
because they need to see a therapist or something, and they're taking it out on you.
But people are going to critique you, and that's how you learn to be a better artist, and you just got to live with it. And then but you also gotta be careful about people who are just being mean jerks, because it's gonna be hard sometimes to tell the difference between a helpful critique and a mean jerk, or a mean jerk who is also being helpful. And that's the struggle of the artist, is you gotta be able to accept that criticism, and you have to be able to interpolate it, work with it, and then you know, sort of move beyond it emotionally, you know.
Yeah,
you have to have a scarred heart so that, you know, new wounds on it just look like the old wounds.
It's a real learning thing to be like able to put so much effort into something and then have somebody tell you to your face that it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
In a constructive way, because some people don't know how to critique either, and they'll just be like, no, I don't like it,
yeah,
it's not good, and you're like, go on.
Yeah. Or they'll
More
just
detail,
trash
please.
it because they're just like mad and like,
Because they're jealous or whatever it is.
or they just like, a lot of people are also just like, they didn't like it, but instead of being able to sort of you know, expound upon why they didn't like it, that lack of liking turns into like an active hatred, because, you know, they don't have like the sort of the dictionary, the mental dictionary, to sort of like, they haven't like sort of learned yet how to critique, so they
Right.
you know,
How to break down their feelings. Like, your gut might tell you don't like it, but if you can't explain why that is, then it's useless.
yeah.
A useless opinion.
And then if you
Useless
have
to
to, like,
the artist anyway.
useless to the artist, and then as the person who has that opinion, if you don't have the words to like convey it, and like you can't, then that opinion of dislike can turn into hate, because you don't know, like, I don't know, it's like you've got this emotion you don't know how to handle, so it turns into the emotion that you're familiar with.
I've seen all types because art school, right? But I've seen people that they got their thing trashed, and then they start like, they go on a warpath afterwards because they have to like save face or something. So they start tearing everybody else's stuff down more aggressively, because they can't be the only one that got wrecked to such a degree.
Yeah, I like to think,
You know?
I was a I handled criticism well, but I also think I think I was a way more like manic energy in college, I think. So I was way more like eager for acceptance, and also like being thought of as a peer, maybe. So I was probably more like, oh yeah, that sounds great, yeah, I'll do it, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I miss it. I wish I had access to something like that to
Yeah.
the same degree. I mean, I still have like my small communities and friends I reach out to specifically who I value their opinions. But it was nice. It's almost nice having this like disconnect of somebody who doesn't like, not that like any of us were like dicks to each other, but like it's this person that doesn't really know you as well. Or they can just be honest, because there's no like, I don't want to hurt my friend's feelings.
The benefit of those classes is the unfamiliarity of the people who would offer the critiques, and the fact that they're literally like a captive audience. Like, they're getting a grade on this. They have to, and in college especially, like they're getting a grade they have to pass. And that's a nice little incentive, because you're like, well, they gotta they gotta critique that fucking thing. Maddie F said this in the chat a while back, but I feel like it needs to be expressed because I didn't fully comprehend the message till my third time reading it. He says, if you use a letter opener, you are a letter opener. Because you open the letter.
It's fact.
Yeah.
You know, that makes, I've told this story before, this kind of just random story that I heard on the show before, I'm sure, but it's just very interesting to me, and it kind of reminds me almost of that whole, if you use a letter opener, you are one. Somebody was getting brain surgery, and they asked the doctor to take a picture of their brain while their head was open because they just wanted to see it. They thought that'd be cool. And the doctor was like, "Your brain just asked to see itself."
Wow.
It almost makes me feel more like a mech suit when it's broken down into that kind of way.
We kind of are basically a soup that's piloting a mech.
Yeah.
That's also made of the same soup as us.
Whose soup is this?
Whose soup? How far are you in your drawing? Because I've finished, I would say. I went very simple with my drawing.
I'm done.
Alright, I'm done too. Alright. Let's see that drawing!
Alright.
We both went with the speech bubble to convey a joke route. The classic...
It's like, yep, this is a thing.
Classic shortcut for comic artists.
Both of our prompts were very much like, draw this specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of room for variety, which was fun considering the time constraints.
Can I just say, you should, real quick, on that board, you should add like the symbol that Prince changed his name to.
How do I? Yeah, let me look that up. I don't remember it. I mean, I'll know it when I see it, but it doesn't live in my head enough that I can draw it accurately.
It's like the boy and like girl.
Let me try to draw it without looking first,
like
and then
combined.
That's me trying to remember. It kind of looks phallic what I just did. Now let me look what the real one is. Prince symbol. Okay, it's kind of Ankh-like, right?
It kind of, from my like memory, it looks like, you know how there's like that boy symbol where it's like the circle and the arrow pointing out from it, and the girl symbol.
Yeah,
where it's,
I guess it is more of that.
It looks kind of like a combination of the two, kind of like some sort of gender nonconformity, maybe, as like a.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a pretty cool symbol. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. What should the last one be? We'll do Batman.
Perfect. I like your drawing. I like your weird guy. He looks like he listens to Limp Bizkit.
He probably does. I mean, you don't own like
a bunch of ninja stars,
20 throwing stars, and not listen to Limp Bizkit.
True. These are facts. And then mine.
Like your guy too. He looks like John Lithgow.
Oh,
with a severed hand.
There's a letter opener. I like to think of it as the monkey's paw, but they like didn't ask for the last wish because their like last wish was, oh man, I wish I had a letter opener, but they were like, I got one. His fingernail is gross and long.
It just the finger just doesnn't go down. You just don't get any more wishes, and you just have,
because you kind of got your wish, so you don't really wish for it. You just you just use it.
I wish I had a monkey paw with one finger extended and all the rest are down.
Wow.
It just blinks away for a second and reappears.
Yeah. Reloads. It's like a shade darker.
That'd be a funny little stupid animation.
Yeah. A guy who has a monkey's paw, but he just wishes for a monkey's paw, and it's like, whoop, whoop. I still in my head the visual of the perfume or the allergen doctor who's like, all right, we're gonna see what you're allergic to, and he's just got a bunch of powder and he just keeps blowing the powder, and like the guy's face cracks me up just thinking about it.
We did it.
We did it, folks.
Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Thank you.
Gianna Luna, Maddie F, Leviathan Den. Thanks for the bits, Leviathan Den. Thanks for the subs, Maddie F and Gianna. Wow. Zone Dog popped in. What a guy. Glad we were able to still pull off. Oh my god.
I keep pressing the wrong buttons.
A bit of a show.
Thank you folks for being here. It's been a good one to do. I was worried we weren't going to be able to do it. It was a little touch and go there.
It was a good one to do.
It was a good one to do. It was a little short, but that's okay because you can blame the intrawebs. Thank you, Maddie F. Thank you, Gianna Luna. Thank you, Leviathan Den. Thank you, Zone Dog. Thank you, Lotus Clock. I think that's everybody. Thank you, that guy that Brandon
That's
banned.
everybody. Yeah. Even though you try to give us viewers, I'm sorry.
TCEO.
We will see all of you next week.
Next week we're not doing DrawBomb After Dark because Brandon's going to a event.
Wedding.
Anyone know?
We're not doing WoW either because no, it's Morgan's cousin.
Oh.
But both Kelvin and I will be at the wedding. So
Whoa. Tell them I say hi.
I will.
Calvin and also the people getting married who don't know me. Tell them both.
I'll tell them all. I'll tell every person at the wedding you said hi.
Hey, Ian says hi. Oh, thanks. Oh, who?
You know, Ian. The other half of DrawBomb.
Oh.
Draw what?
What? Goodbye, folks. Bye.
Bye.
Great job.
My stream deck isn't
Thank
working
you.
right. I gotta click the buttons. Hold on. Oh, Brandon, do you have anything
Oh,
you
we're
want
off
to
now?
plug? No, not yet. Brandon, do you have anything you want to plug?
No, sir. Not this time.
Oh, shit. Me neither. I haven't gotten to watching the animations I want to watch so I can plug them yet, but I'm going to. I'm a very busy guy.
Great job.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Gianna. Thank you, Maddie F. Thank you for the. Thank you. It was a great job. Okay, we're gonna go now. We have no plugs. Bye. Bye.
Bye. See you next week. Bye.
See ya. See ya.